Hey guys, welcome to the reveal. If you haven't figured out by yet, this is an adventure map, and I am making it. It's not done. It's not even close. It's actually quite far. If I quickly switch myself to adventure. There we go. So anyway, there's 4 difficulty options, and I left it at a, I left so you can see what the command line actually says. I'll turn that off when I finalize the map. But anyway, you got easy, it'll set the game difficulty easy. Medium sets to normal, hard sets to hard. Now hell sets it to hard, but you'll notice that it always says game rule has been updated underneath each one of those. That's actually updating whether or not you keep your inventory. Easy through hard, you keep your inventory when you die. If you choose hell, you die, you lose your inventory. So then, I've got the rules in the intro. Those will be written. They have not yet been. I'm going to add custom masks. Most likely, and I've got just a Steve head in each one for when I make those. So anyway, this is your spawn room, this is where you start, and then if you're playing multiplayer and people spawn outside, there's a hole in the ceiling. So anyway, without further ado, you may notice pressure pads and teleport. So, taking advantage of command blocks. I haven't put a lot of the secrets in yet, and you'll also notice that there's no background. I need to make the backdrop behind the wall. So anyway, continuing onward, when you're in adventure mode, it's right now the only way through is through this ladder. But I'm probably going to make a couple of hidden things from going over the wall. Anyway, gravel sounds like wool. Anyway. So continuing on, all these houses have iron doors except this one, which is broken. I'm gonna fill this with mobs, but I don't want to show you every part of the houses. Just show you that there are, in fact, a path between each of the houses, and you have to fight your way through them. And I don't want to give you any of the story context, because there is going to be mechanics as part of the mechanic, showing you the route to go through it and really telling you anything, because you're encouraged to explore. So this isn't exactly hidden. In fact, this is the most obvious path to go. So anyway, if you just continue going around, you'll eventually find your way up to the roof access. And from there, you have fire, lava. Now, well, I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to be adding a portal to here. Which is just something I can do in MC Edit. And you'll notice that there's a hole. When you jump through the hole, boom. And I'm in this wonderful place. Now, this is where you'll fight your first boss. And it's also where you get to see what the bulk of my work this week has gone into. Behold. Oh. Well, that happened. Alright. You notice that my spawn point's in here, so that's actually good. This is something called the gift. Basically, one of the mechanics that I will explain to you quick is, when you spawn, whenever you begin a fight, you'll start in a white room, and you'll have gift, which is basically something you're given to help you with the fight, and then you have the actual battle. Now, the reason I put it on a button is because, well, I don't want to just give it to you, I want to make it optional. And also, if you're playing multiplayer, then it's only one gift, so you need to decide who gets it. Then, you click the button, and you get teleported into this room, which hasn't been reset yet. and you'll notice that there was a message. Now, one of the contexts of the story is that you're not immortal. You're being protected. So, you can only be protected so much from death, because it's death. And if you die too many times in succession, like during a boss, then you get a sort of game over. You don't actually lose the map, you just get sent to this wonderful room, which, let me quickly die and respawn. So, last chance, get teleported back into the room. Now, from here, when you die, you will find that you spawn in this little area. You go down the tunnel, and you're presented with a choice. You can either reverse time to before the fight, or you can bypass it. Now, if you bypass it, you're not going to get access to the treasure room, which is going to contain a lot of things that are going to help you. Aside from that, let's go to the actual systems involved with it. So, if you watched my previous tutorial, you'll know that I was making a item detector, and that's exactly what I did. This is a 3-stage, more updated version. It's smaller and more efficient, and yeah, overall works better. So, aside from that, this is an item lock. It ensures that only one item is present in the machine at any given time, because the second this pressure plate's touched, it will push this piston in, and this piston out. So these blocks get pulled away, and the water flows in here, depositing the items into this little spot. I don't let the water flow freely because there's redstone at the base of this pillar. And you'll see why in a moment. Anyway, so I'm going to explain all the circuitry behind this over the next couple days and tutorials. I'll also make separate videos explaining what this whole mechanism is, because there's a lot of command blocks. Actually, there's only a few command blocks in each section, but there's very specific purposes. And of course, you may have noticed this. These are double pistons, and this is the logic behind it. You have an ABBA gate, which essentially, when power goes in, it sends power to A first, B second, and when you have power going out, it sends it. And just more things that I'll explain in another tutorial. But yeah, this is just a reveal video, so all these explanations will come later. So then, once you beat this boss, whether you go to the treasure room or not, you will then be sent into the pillar. Now, I couldn't just make it a pillar that you fall through, so I made it a little more complicated. Because if you go to adventure mode, let's not actually, because if you go to adventure mode and we fail, then, well, that's a problem. But anyway, you have to avoid these until you get in here, and then you'll get teleported to the next area. I haven't gotten the next area yet, so there we go. And anyway, I'll also explain how these pit teleporters work, because they're actually a simple design, but they make for quite the effective setup. And they also allow you to, say, fill the bottom of the pit with lava, so that someone would be, if you're like making a secret, you could make them jump into here, because you probably can't see it, but there's string there, and it's meant to be that way. I'm holding the cursor over a bit, even for me, it's hard to see, because the colors of string and the colors of this netherrack are really similar in the tone wise, so Also, it's brightly illuminated. But anyway, this is what I've been working on. There's a lot of fine-tuning left in it, but until I have the entire map finished, I'm not going to go into the detail work, because the aesthetic is usually the last thing after you work out all the core. But anyway, till then, get this random sign. This is a placeholder. It might be changed, I don't know. It's basically my excuse for why you can't continue further down the roads and you're limited to these 4 houses. But anyway, till next time, thanks for watching.